Gotta make sure you crack your knuckles before your podcast.
Yep. Hey, it's me, your Uber driver, Tad. And is that how it goes, Joe? How many times have you taken an Uber?
No, I have mommy bucks.
Oh, yeah, you use... Well, I mean, you can pay for an Uber with mommy bucks.
No, you certainly can't. I've tried.
Well, speaking of taxis and Ubers, this taxi driver.
Oh, yeah. Martin Scorsese classic.
Yeah, Martin Scorsese. I says that Martin Scorsese's got a pretty good definitive urban masterpiece.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And let me tell you, this ain't just urban masturbation either. This is film.
Yeah. So, I don't know anything about this movie. Well, barely anything. I don't know anything about the plot or anything. I know that it's apparently a pretty good movie.
Yeah, classic.
Joe abandoned me when we went to go see The Martian in 3D to watch this movie an hour after it started.
Oh, yeah, because I know it so well. I don't even need to see the beginning. I just want to see it in theaters.
Yep, just to get there and get that full taxi driver experience.
Yeah. So, by the way, whenever I was watching it in that theater, there were, like, some old people, like, in the back, and I guess they showed up just because it was, like, a 40th anniversary type thing. And, like, whenever the movie finished, I heard one of them say, I can't believe people sat through this back in the day.
How will Martin Scorsese ever recover?
Oh, yeah. No, I mean, he'd shoot him.
Oh, yeah. So, this movie was nominated for 4 1976 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Didn't win any of them, apparently.
No, I can't remember what won 76.
But it stars Robert De Niro and chronicles the mental deterioration of a man driven to violence by loneliness and desperation. Powered by an evocative score and featuring stellar performances by Jodie Foster, Albert Brooks, Harvey Keitel. I don't know why I added an M-A-N.
Oh, yeah.
Peter Boyle and Sybil Shepherd. So, I'm pretty excited to see what this movie's all about. I guess we'll just go ahead and we'll come right back.
Yeah, I mean, let me tell you guys, this is probably the Joe Buck story if I was born like 20 years ago and I was slightly more fit.
Alright, well that was Taxi Driver. Ooh. Yeah, it was, I forgot how greasy and ugly and nasty the 70s were, mostly because I wasn't born until 20 years after they were done.
Everyone had bug eyes.
Yeah, everyone had, like, bug eyes, red, I don't think it's conjunctiva. The little, meaty parts of the inner and outer eye.
Yeah, I think I saw a tail poking out of somebody's coat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Ninja Turtles, is it 70s or 80s?
80s, I think.
Maybe, like, late 70s, the comic might have come out or something.
Maybe, I don't know. But you talking about maybe Splinter could be, like, hiding in Taxi Driver?
Yeah. So, my theory is that Mr. Taxi Driver is actually a Ninja Turtle.
Oh, no, see, I thought like a rat just crawled up somebody's pant leg and was eating out his asshole.
Anyway, so, that was the movie. Very, I don't know, maybe gritty's not the right word. It was a... What's the best word to describe it, Joe?
Maybe like a, realistic tone. Like realism.
To a point, yeah. Until, like, the very end where things got a little weird.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure where to start with this. There was something that kind of bounced into my mind about the halfway point of the movie where, and it may just be because I was listening to a lot of Last Podcasts on the Left recently, but this movie, I'm almost certain that there's some, like, mega turbo nerd who, like, shot up a building or something because he was inspired by this movie.
Yes, that did happen.
Oh, okay. Was I right on the money? Was
kind of. It's a bit bigger than that.
Oh, geez. So you want to talk about that first, or want to talk more about the film?
Yeah, sure, we can get into that. So there's a young man named John Hinckley, and, yeah, do you know that name? Have you heard
familiar.
Of it? Okay. So basically, he was obsessed with Jodie Foster. He was stalking her for a long while, and, like, he was very mentally ill. So he decided the best way to impress her would be to go up to Ronald Reagan and try to shoot him. And he did.
Inspired by Taxi Driver?
Yeah, inspired by Taxi Driver.
Oh, jeez. See, when I heard this story before, I was wondering, I'm like, well, how is that supposed to impress Jodie Foster? I don't get it.
Yeah,
now I understand.
The character in that, yeah.
Because he was thinking in his mind, oh, it's going to be like that time when she saw Taxi Driver. She's going to think, I'm like John Taxi Driver, and that I'm really cool.
Yeah. Well, he was probably just thinking, like, static was going through his head, and then, like, he got an erection because he saw, like, a picture of a child.
Yeah, he was also probably just like a creepy pervert.
Yeah, no, he was real mentally unstable, and then that like made them do like a whole reform of that act, like not fit for trial by insanity.
Interesting.
Yeah,
because this movie, it's about a man who is dealing with crippling loneliness.
Yeah, I mean, New York ain't an easy life for people.
It is not, and he goes through this life and. He tries kind of awkwardly to connect with people, but no one wants to be hanging out with him because he's fucking weird.
Yeah, he's too tall. He's lanky.
Yeah, he's too lanky.
Yeah.
He gets on a date with this girl, and like the third date takes her to a fucking porno movie place.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I don't get it. I don't know why she thought it was weird. And then starts like stalking her until he gets like bullied away from that.
Yeah, they have to chase him out with like a fly swatter out of the building, like skedaddle.
Yeah, skedaddle, skedoodle.
Yeah.
And, so, it's really, I don't know if it's because it's 2 a.m. Or I'm kind of having a bit of trouble, like, summarizing my thoughts on the movie. Because it's
much more, movie. It's a much more, no, it's probably only, I doubt if it was even over 90.
You can sit down, Joe.
Okay.
Yeah, it was 114 minutes.
Okay.
It was about 2 hours.
Just about 2 hours.
Yeah. And, No,
it's much more of a character piece than a plot-driven movie.
There's not too many actual characters. There's pretty much the main character, and in the last third of the movie, Jodie Foster's character is introduced.
Betsy for a while, but then she gets out of the picture.
Yeah, Betsy just kind of disappears. I was a little confused about what was going on with the whole senator guy. What was going on with that?
I think, like, basically he just, in his mind, he was probably making up the excuse that he wants to, like, get back at her by shooting Palpatine. But he probably just wanted to shoot whoever.
Yeah. At the very, very end of the movie, where he makes a decision, he changes his outward appearance.
Yeah, like, basically, it was, like, there's, like, a kind of rumor that whenever, like, people sometimes go into combat, they'll shave their head, and that means, like, you don't want to fuck with them. Like, that shit's about to really go down now. So, yeah, they wanted to give him that look for the ending. And it's actually a bald cap. It's not, you didn't really shave his head.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, it looks pretty decent.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it.
Yeah. No, you can't be shaving Robert De Niro's head. He's gotta go be in Meet the Parents 3.
Poor Robert De Niro.
Oh, yeah, he's old and fat, but he's on a yacht, so that's nice for him.
And I think I've had you describe the plot to this movie to me a long, long time ago, and I thought it was a lot more, what's the word, less direct than this movie was. Like, I expected a bunch of weird stuff to happen in this movie, and it was pretty straightforward. Like, things just happened, they made sense, and that was the end of it.
Yeah.
Except the ending. The ending got kind of weird for me. I guess we'll go ahead and spoil it. It's a movie from 1975.
Yeah, 76.
Ending of the movie, and how does he find her again?
Well, he knew where she was. I mean, she chills at that building, the prostitute.
Oh, that's right. He saw her walking by.
Oh, yeah.
And then followed her there, and then asked the dude, or, came up to her, and then...
Yeah, he got the trail like a dog.
Yeah. So, there's this 12-and-a-half-year-old... sorry, keep yawning. 12 and a half, maybe it is, it's probably just freaking 2 a.m. 12-and-a-half-year-old girl who is working as a prostitute. And this, like I said, she's only introduced, a third of the way through the movie. At the near the
last
end.
Third.
I mean, you see her once in one scene, but then, and he has that crumpled up 20 that he holds on to. That the guy throws in the window as him just, like, getting real fucking mad at how shitty the city is.
Yeah.
And he just like, all right, well, I'm gonna buy a fuckload of guns, and I'm gonna train, I'm gonna get real beefy, and I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna shoot all these bad guys, and I'm gonna be a hero. and then he does that, and he gets shot like 6 fucking times.
Oh,
and
yeah,
it just gets better, and it goes back to driving a taxi cab.
Well,
and I'm wondering if that was more of like a representation of like he's still like super lonely, so he's not gonna change. He didn't change anything.
Yeah, because I mean, with the very end of the movie, I mean, what it is, like, basically, he shot like a bunch of scumbags. Nobody really cares. And then they didn't tag him for the Palatine thing. Nobody really got a good look at him. So nobody knew that he tried to kill the senator earlier in the day. So he goes and he shoots up like a bunch of pimps. And then everybody's fine to like call him like a hero because like a little girl got saved and stuff. But he's probably gonna snap again and kill some more people eventually.
Yeah, it was interesting to watch. Like I said, I can see like that dude looking at this movie. I can see a lot of people who are serial killers in training watching this movie and like playing it through in their minds over and over and over again, wanting to be this dude, identifying with him, and yeah. It's I really liked it. It's a good movie. If I would have known how good it was, I would have missed on The Martian 3D.
Oh, okay. But I mean, there's pebbles in the movie, and they kind of fly out at the screen, and they clink on your 3D glasses. No, like, I think a good gimmick for, like, the whole 4D, 3D type of thing, they should just get, like, a big, like, water sprayer, and then whenever the alien, like, blows snot on your face, like, they just kind of... Doesn't that sound good?
Oh, it doesn't sound good at all.
Oh, you don't want to have, like, wet popcorn whenever you're chilling in a movie?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, how about this, then? Like, during, like, the 3D animated movie, whenever the baby makes poo-poo and farts, like, in his diaper...
In Meet the Parents 3?
Yeah, they can just,
Starring Robert De Niro?
Yeah, they can just waft diarrhea fumes throughout the theater through, ventilation pump.
That happened with Shrek 4D, and I did see that.
Yeah, well, no, because back in the day, like, in the mid-2000s, like, for kids' movies, they would give you a scratch and sniff card before you go in. And then, like, whenever the scene happened, like, with dog breath or whatever, you just scratch off the dog breath tile and you get to sniff it.
That sounds terrible.
No, the mid-2000s were fun. That's our childhood, Tad. We have to love it.
All right, Joe, is there anything else that you really want to talk about the movie that we watched?
Oh, yeah, sure. So, yeah, with Martin Scorsese, I mean, this was his first big movie. I mean, Mean Streets was a couple years before this, and it got big, but this was the one that cemented him as, like, one of the greatest directors of our time. And then after this, he went on to make Goodfellas, Raging Bull, Casino. Recently he just did Wolf of Wall Street. He's working on The Irishman, which looks really good. It's going to have old De Niro again. Yeah, he's made a ton of fantastic stuff. And, like, this was a really low-budget film for its time. I mean, they ain't giving him any money.
Yeah, I mean, there really wasn't much in the way of special effects other than the gun shooting.
Yeah.
Blood packets, I noticed that the blood across the walls looked kind of weird.
Do you know why that is?
Why?
Because this film is going to get slapped with an X rating. It was too violent. And, like, basically, like, one of the Columbia execs told Scorsese that he had to, like, cut his film in order to get, like, an R, because they can't sell an X movie. So he just, like, stayed up all night drinking with a gun, and he was going to kill the exec. And, like, a bunch of friends, like, tried to talk him down from that, but he finally figured out a solution in the morning. He would just desaturate the colors. That's why that ending looks like that.
Weird.
Yeah, and the original's lost now. I mean, it doesn't exist. So this is the only version we have now.
It's interesting to see these limitations that they put on. And, like, now I can go and see any movie and any action movie, and I could see, you know, gratuitous violence that's worse than what was in here.
Yeah. It depends. I mean, they still censor for theaters a lot, but now we can just, like, do, like, unrated Blu-ray and shit.
Yeah, Blu-ray, Netflix, other online distributors, Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Although Walmart doesn't like to carry unrated films.
Unless they're like DVD fucking collections and shit.
Yeah, Feast and Feast 2. Those can be unrated. No, actually, in Feast 2, they totally eat a baby.
Interesting. Well, I mean, that's not much of a feast. There's not a lot of meat on a baby.
No, but you can drop it on the ground, and then the monsters can just kind of rip it up and eat it. And there's it's like a dumpling.
Oh, I thought the people ate the baby.
No. It's about, these monster things.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, for Taxi Driver, to get, like, all those shots in the taxi cab, actually, like, Martin Scorsese and, like, his cameraman just had to hide in the back and just kind of lie down on the seats, and that's how they got all that. That's why everything's, like, up. You don't look, like, down the hood and stuff. Everything's just jutting upwards.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was every time that he was driving around in the taxi cab, the lights were always super bright, and it was reminding me of when I drive at night when it's just a little bit rainy and it gives me a fucking massive headache. It's impossible to see.
Yeah. And then, like, it was a pain to shoot, like, the very end, like, crawl, like, throughout the apartment, because they had to, like, chisel away the wall, like, the ceiling to, like, get the camera to go right. So, yeah, no, it just took 3 months to, like, hollow out the building and then do the camera trick.
Judge. And that's probably where 99% of the budget went.
Oh, yeah, they just had, like, a big child, like, with a hammer, and he chiseled, like, a nice hole for him, and they were able to use that.
What a movie.
Oh, yeah, definitely. No, I mean, because Taxi Driver, I mean, you can definitely see its influence in, like, the violence of cinema. Tarantino loves this movie. As you can probably tell if you go see his stuff. And, I mean, it's... A lot of different critics have put this in their top 5 or top 10 movies ever made.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because I feel like there's a lot that's going on. Because it is only, less than 2 hours, but I feel like there's so much going on through it that this is probably one of the best Boys that I'm going to watch again at some point in the future, so I can watch through it again, try to pick up more and more.
Oh, yeah. You still gotta give me back Brazil.
Oh, it's in Tim's room. It's Gathering Dust. He never watched it because he's a fuck man.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Because he's kind of scrawny, right? I think I've seen him.
Yeah, he's the one that's right over there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Is he, like, always the one who's, like, he has the crying emoji pillow, and then he fucks it?
No,
that's not him.
That's Tyler Am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the director.
Okay, yeah. Oh, I would never talk bad about my director. No, although I basically do have a Me Too moment.
A what?
Hashtag Me Too.
Oh, God, Joe, what is your Me Too moment?
They forced me to take off my shirt and crawl on the ground covered in lubricant, and they were all pointing and laughing. They were cackling as they filmed.
Well, I mean, they didn't force you to do hashtag Joe Hang Dong, where they wanted you to run naked through the streets for your Butcher the Baker's episode.
Yeah, luckily that didn't happen. Because my penis would have been all floppy and cold. It was very cold that night. I didn't want to be naked.
Oh my God, Joe.
Yeah. It'd just be bouncing like on my big tummy.
Alright.
Yeah, it hurt. It's painful.
Alright, Joe. What else do you want to share about Taxi Driver?
I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, it's an American classic.
Yeah, man drives a taxi, has crippling loneliness and depression, finds an outlet that involves a lot of fucking violence, and takes out on people.
I'd love to get a gun.
Yeah, Joe. We should both get guns.
Yeah, a gun can solve everything.
Yeah, and any problems that a gun creates can also be solved with that same gun.
Exactly. You know what? If I basically had a gun, I would be Jesus 2.
Jesus 2?
The sequel to Jesus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and this is going to be the only sequel that's actually better than the original. Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck. I think we'll end it on that. Go watch Taxi Driver. It's a good movie.
Oh, yeah, it's good. It might be on Netflix. It might not. I don't know. Netflix is shit for movie selection.
Yeah. Netflix is shit and fuck it.
Yeah, fuck them in their fuckhole mouths. Ass, fuck. Shit. Ass, bitch, fuck.
Alright, angry video game nerd.
Yeah, whatever.